What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we do upload Pokemon Go content related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Team Hit a Chicken, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at some rank 8 battles submitted to me by SomeKindOfChief in the Ultra Premier League. This team is going to be featuring Typhlosion, looking to unleash solar beams onto a bunch of Swamperts and other random things we're going to see. Should be a pretty exciting video. He's going to pair that up with Lapras running Skull Bash and Tangrowth, so pretty balanced team, you know, the typical like water, grass, fire type of line. So once again, if you guys want to submit your own battles to have featured on the channel, I have a link in the description, so fill that out. Master League's coming soon, so you might want to hold off to submit some Master League battles. With that said, let's get into these battles right now. Alright, so we're heading into the first matchup here against Asteroid 112358. SomeKindOfChief leading Lapras into Magnezone. This is a horrible lead to see. Gotta get out of there right away. He's gonna safe swap into the Tangrowth. Honestly, this team actually doesn't have anything. It does pretty weak against Magnezone looking at it. I guess Typhlosion's the best counter for it, but Typhlosion, because of that Shadow Claw and no fire type fast move, actually doesn't do like amazing against Magnezone. Obviously, it can still win a Blast Burn, but not the most optimal position. Opponent lets the Rock Slide go through there. Definitely could tank one, so at this point Chief is going to decide to let this go through. Almost gets the Leaf Blade there, a little bit unfortunate, and they do get farmed down. I'm going to bring back in Lapras. You have to commit to the farm down here with Ice Shard. Would expect that Magnezone to come back in now. Going to get off this Surf here, so this is good. Going to do a decent amount of damage to Magnezone, and we have two shields here. This Magnezone's building up, a little bit of lag here. And honestly, I feel like this is going to be a mirror shot. I probably wouldn't shield this, but it's super risky because Wild Charge would obviously hurt a lot. But with two shields, I feel like they're going for the mirror shot bait there. It was a mirror shot. Did use the shield though. Can't blame you for going for the shield there. Get off that Surf to get back one of the shields from the Magnezone, so that's pretty good. Gonna get to the second Surf, which is pretty huge because I believe this will actually knock out the Magnezone. Chooses to let it go through, so amazing situation. Going to switch out into the Typhlosion now. And this is the one drawback about Typhlosion as a fire type. It's running Shadow Claw there as opposed to a fire type move as a fast move. So because Escavalier had a bit of an energy lead, it's actually going to win this match against Typhlosion because it will outpace it to the charge moves. So that's like the one thing about Escavalier is super weak to fire, right? But because Typhlosion's actually not running a fire type move as a fast move, it doesn't have the best match against Escavalier here unless it could get an energy lead. So not optimal. Brings it back into Lapras here, going to throw this Surf. I don't think this is going to be enough to knock out the Escavalier. It is not. So they are going to outpace him now to the next move. And before he could farm down with Ice Shard, they're going to get off this Drill Run, which will be enough to knock out the Lapras. So GG's there. Tough first matchup there, but he made it very close considering the Magnezone lead. Very tough to come back from, especially with the line he has in the back. So Lapras into Lapras here. Mirror match in match number 2. This match is totally dependent on the IVs, the moveset, you know, winning CMP tie and whatnot. So here you can see the opponent actually throws before Chief got to the Skull Bash. So this looks like it's going to be a Surf unless there was lag. And at this point, because he threw Surf there instead of Skull Bash, kind of tells me that his opponent is running Ice Beam on Lapras. So this turns it, you saw it, this turns into an amazing matchup for the Lapras with Skull Bash. He's still staying in here. If he throws Skull Bash here, it'd be pretty weird. It is a Surf. I guess he could have tried baiting to get the shield and then threw the Skull Bash there. But when he switches out here, I'm pretty confident that he is running Ice Beam instead of Skull Bash. So opponent brings out the Gyarados here. He's going to throw another Skull Bash, raising that defense once more. And the Gyarados did shield. So Gyarados probably going to throw a Aqua Tail here. Crunch. Going to throw the Crunch, okay. You can see it's doing nothing to this Lapras at this point. Going to throw another Skull Bash. Unfortunately, the Gyarados is going to throw here. Will this be an Aqua Tail? It is. He does decide to use a shield just to make sure he gets off this Skull Bash. Kind of like this play. Wants to apply shield pressure for sure here. Does get the second shield, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, it's going to farm down now by Dragon Breath because of how much defense he has. So that's kind of a negative part of it. But either way, brings in the Tangrowth here. Pretty great situation to be in. Neither Crunch nor Aqua Tail should do much to Tangrowth here. And will he commit to the farm down here? This is like a Vine Whip farm down, I believe. Wow, that was very aggressive. I don't blame him. I think it's the correct play. Definitely could survive this move here. I like that no shield a lot. He has so much energy here on the Tangrowth now. Gonna bring in the Lapras. Going to go for the Rock Slide here. And that does not KO, but very close. He still has a lot of energy on this Tangrowth. Is he going to choose? She's going to let this go through and come in and farm down with the Typhlosion here. Typhlosion with the shield looking to win this game. What is going to be in the back? Oh my goodness, it is a Swampert. Are we going to see the Solar Beam here? This Swampert's about to get beamed by the Typhlosion. This is one of the most epic feelings in the game. Oh my gosh, get beamed on that Swampert. GG's, love letter HN here. Man, Typhlosion beating a Swampert is just amazing. Swampert into Lapras here. Speaking of Swampert, you can see there Lapras actually loses this matchup, but it's totally based on that Swampert baiting and having Earthquake. If the Swampert actually has Sludge Wave, I don't think it could beat Lapras. So the opponent switched out. When they switch out, kind of tells me that he does have Sludge Wave on his Swampert. So he brings in Shadow Gallade here, and this thing has been debuffed on its defense, so it's going to farm down here with Confusion. Has a lot of energy here. Its defense has been debuffed. Gonna bring in the Typhlosion here. Probably look to Shadow Claw down. He's going to let this go through. It's a Leaf Blade. Great call there by the Chief. And is he going to Shadow Claw all the way down? He is. Wow, that is amazing. Super aggressive. Swampert's gonna come in. He's gonna shield up his Hydro Cannon for sure. At this point, I don't think you should go for the Solar Beam here. Okay, this is a great play. I like this switch. Brings in Crustle. This is not a good match for Lapras, and I do not definitely should not be going for Skull Bash here. Surf is definitely the right play. You want to go for Surf here because it's going to be super effective against the Crustle. Yeah, the thing too is not only that, but not only is it more energy efficient, but you could have got off 2 in between the times that you threw that Skull Bash there, and you would have probably KO'd the Crustle, I think, to be honest, because you would have probably got one more Surf here, which would have definitely been enough to knock out this Crustle. Because it would have been close, but I think you would have got to another Surf. Instead, you're going to come down here, but maybe you could farm down with the Typhlosion. This might work out for him, to be honest. If you could farm down, oh my gosh, is he going to beam another Swampert? Is it oh my gosh, it's another, he's going to beam again. He's going to Solar Beam again. This is absolutely insane. Solar Beaming a Swampert with like 1 HP. What a win. Oh my gosh. Poliwrath. Poliwrath in the next match. This guy gonna get beamed too. Lapras to Dragonite. You love to see this lead when you are the Lapras. Absolutely dominating. Brings in Venusaur. Here comes Typhlosion. Again, this is another example of where Typhlosion isn't the best fire type because it's getting outpaced here. Sludge Bomb, great call there on the shield. Gonna go for the Blast Burn for sure. But this Venusaur should be outpacing it because it had a slight energy lead. So this is actually going to be a very tough matchup to win with the Typhlosion here. You can see another move gonna come through. Gonna let this one go through. I like this play. Hopefully it's a Frenzy Plant. It is a Sludge Bomb that's gonna hurt. But this is totally fine. You should be in a good position still. They have to shield this or you're gonna win switch. And if they do shield, you should be able to get to the next one now because they can't farm down and find if they do shield. So all you gotta do here is shield. Oh wow, great switch. Wow, great. Not throwing there was such a pro play. Honestly, that was really well done by Chief. Some kind of pro actually should be his name. Poliwrath coming in, gonna throw this Power Whip on the Tangrowth. He has so much energy on that Typhlosion in the back as well. One shots the Poliwrath. Dragonite's gonna come in. Gonna get Rock Slided here. Yeah, they have to throw. You pretty much shield this and throw the Rock Slide actually. That's what he's gonna do. Dragon Claw comes through, shield up, throw the Rock Slide. This should be enough to knock out the Dragonite. And does he have another Pokemon or is that it? He has the Venusaur in the back. Yeah, this is GG's. So Venusaur gonna throw the Frenzy. Oh, is it gonna be Frenzy Plant? Might be Sludge Bomb. It's a Frenzy Plant. It's enough to KO. And Blast Burn. Stored in the back, gonna be enough. This Typhlosion with 1 HP is literally destroying opponents in this video. And he's facing some lag here. Hopefully he doesn't get the third shield glitch. That would be absolutely brutal. Okay, it does go through. Because if he did glitch out there, potential to get farmed down and then a Frenzy Plant onto Lapras, that would have been a brutal loss. Lapras into a Bouffalant. Wow, have not seen one of these in Ultra League. This is amazing. New York Regional, I believe. And honestly, this kind of makes me wish that Tauros was good in the game because, you know, if you played like OG Pokemon Stadium or like the Red and Blue games, Tauros was an absolute beast. Could like literally learn like any move. It was so good. And in this game, it's just complete trash because its fast move is awful. So anyways, another topic. Opponent brings in Shadow Gallade here. Gonna get met by the Tangrowth. Leaf Blade comes through. No shield. Gonna throw the Rock Slide here. And this is going to go unshielded as well. Okay. Great call there by the Gallade. And they're gonna go for another Rock Slide here. This probably will not KO, to be honest. Actually, no, it would KO in that range. Didn't know it was that low. And they're gonna get... Wow, he gets to another Rock Slide. That is absolutely amazing. Is he going to get the second shield here? He does get the second shield. Okay, so he is up 2 shields. Could bring in the Typhlosion here, farm down. Best case scenario, you would actually farm down before he's able to throw. Sometimes that happens. Great feeling. Gets the Leaf Blade. Swampert's gonna come in. Okay, this is actually... So the thing is, he has the shield here. And he has to be aware that his opponent might switch out if the switch timer's up. So he's going to go into the Lapras here. Okay. Like this call. Gonna catch this Hydro Cannon. That was a very risky play, but it paid off for him. And is he going to go for the Skull Bash here? Looks like he's going for the Skull Bash. I don't think Hydro Cannon will KO here. It does not. And the opponent, he's gonna go off the Skull Bash. Okay. So will this be enough to knock out the Swampert? Probably will be. It is. Swampert goes down. Defense rose. What's going to come in here? It is the Bouffalant. Okay, so here, just throw the Blast Burn. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What was this? Did he click the Solar Beam? Oh, this guy is going for glory. Oh, okay, he threw the game. SomeKindOfChief threw this game. He had this. He just had to go Blast Burn onto the Bouffalant, Blast Burn onto... He didn't even have to Blast Burn the Gallade, but he clicked it. I know that was a great swap by the opponent, but he could have just went straight Blast Burn on the Bouffalant there. Definitely threw that game, but hey, he went for glory with the Solar Beam. I respect that. So I haven't been playing too much Ultra Premier League myself this season, been sticking mostly to Open Ultra League. That's where I do my best, but I do appreciate all of you who are submitting your battles for Ultra Premier League so that I have some content to put out there for you guys to watch. And those were some very entertaining battles. That Typhlosion was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Optimistic, I guess you could call it. Definitely looking to Solar Beam everything in its way. Solar Beaming on 1 HP Gallade. The Bouffalant, oh my goodness. Yeah, Blast Burn would have been enough for that Bouffalant though. Definitely threw that game, but he wanted to go for the beam on the Bouffalant and then just farm down the Gallade, obviously, with Shadow Claw. So I see what he was doing, but definitely threw a winnable game there. Either way, very entertaining battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.